Hello, I am back to help you with another task. And today we will be exporting a list, an email list from Pipedrive. So to begin, there are several ways you can export a list on Pipedrive. The easiest way for me is to export them using the deals area. And so if you look on the left side of your bar, there's several areas: marketplace, products, insight, contacts, etc. All of these areas are different and unique. Contacts, I can definitely export a list from there, but generally I'm exporting lists from deals because the deals are going to be active campaigns or active sales campaigns. And so I'm normally pulling my lists from my deals because I'm needing to contact these people to settle a deal. And so this is what a deal looks like. Really quickly, it's important to understand kind of the layout of how the deals work. If you go up to the top right, this drop down here will have all of your deals that you've created. And that's important because you're going to want to know the name of the deal before you start the export process. And so make sure you know the name of the deal before you start. And then also each deal has stages. And so you can customize these stages. And I've done that with this really large deal. But this is stage error, this is stage 2025 HM, and so on and so forth. That's an important to know too as well, because you're going to want to know the name of the stage when you export. Now, I can export the entire list from this entire deal, but for today's video, I'm going to export a specific stage in the deal and get the information and the context from the stage. And so the stage that we'll be exporting is going to be the error stage. And so to begin exporting your list, you're going to want to go to the top left. This is the pipeline view. You're going to want to switch it to the list view. And the list view is going to show you a list. Wow. See how that works. But this isn't the correct list that we want to export, okay? You can see up here it has the details, it has the dollar amounts of the deals, how many deals are in there, and I can look and say, this isn't the correct list that I need. So where do I go? I'm going to click down this drop down button, and now I'm going to have to use a different filter to get the actual list that I need. So I'll click add new filter. Now, this area is really powerful, and it can be complicated if you don't know how to use it or you're new to Pipedrive. But once you get the hang of it, it's super, super powerful. You want to make sure when you're importing your data into Pipedrive that every nuance is correct, because the searchability will be better if you enter things in correctly. So anytime I get a new leader customer, I make sure that I have the correct last name, first name, their prefix, everything is correct. And so when I go to search or find them, I'm able to find them. This will default to deals, but there's different ways that you can export a list. You can export by organization, and you can export by the address. And I could say California here, and then export all the organizations that have an address in California. But for today's video, we're going to focus on the deal. Like I'd mentioned on a little bit earlier, is we're going to be searching the stage. And so I will search that. So the deal stage is, and paid isn't what we wanted. I wanted to work on error. And so we're going to have to go down and find the error. So this is where knowing the deal's name is important, because all of your deals are going to pop up. And so we are looking for PCOA 2025, which is right here. And then we're going to click the error. And so it's important to understand these different ways to filter your list. And it can get complicated if you want a really narrow and specific filter, but I think we'll save that for another video to show you how to use those. But primarily, you're going to use this top portion up here, and I will preview the results. But before I do, It is important to always label and name your deal correctly. If you do not type anything in this box here, it will default to what you see here. And so the next time when I go back and try and find this list, it will be called deal stage is error. And that will work for some people, but other people might want something more specific, like deal stage is error, and then maybe the deal name, which was PCO8 2025. It's up to you. But don't just think that naming things doesn't mean anything, because it truly does. And so your naming conventions are extremely powerful. I'm going to let it default to what it shows here, and then your visibility. Do you want it viewable by other team members, or would you like to keep it private? Before I click save, I always like to preview it. I kind of know the number of names that need to be on this list. It's around 8 to 10 names. And so when I preview it, I can look at the list and say, okay, yeah, this looks correct, and then hit save. One thing I do want to show you is, like, let's say I wanted the the deal stage error and the deal stage paid, right? This is something that I would probably have to configure a little deeper, but um, you'll know when the list is incorrect because it will show up as um, a smaller list. It will show up incorrectly. And so let's see what list will come up if this will pull up. It says match all of these conditions where deal stage is error and deal stage is paid. There's no such thing. So I'm presuming when I preview it, it's going to be empty. Exactly. It's going to be empty because I didn't configure that correctly. And so that was just an example of knowing that you have the correct list or not. So have an idea of kind of the total amount of emails that need to be on there um, before you save that actual filter. And so I know this one is correct. And so here is my email list. Now, let's say these organizations you'd like to have more information to export on your list. You're going to want to go to the settings tool here to the far right, click on that, and then this will allow you to configure what you actually want to export. So do I want the address? Yes or no, I can click it here. If I want something more specific about the person, like the department is something that I do, that'll tell me if it's the president, the general manager, things like that. I can click that and click save, and then it's going to add the department here. And so when you are satisfied with how your list works or looks, you're going to want to go to these three buttons to the far right and click that. And then you're going to do export filter, filtered list, and then decide what type of list you'd like. You're going to export it to Excel, or you're going to do a CSV file export, and there is your list. I hope this video was helpful, and leave in the comments anything that you'd like me to show you how to do as far as emailing campaigns and Pipedrive, whatever. Just let me know. I hope this video helped. Thank you.